This is the Cinder review for the S-Rank Fury, Xiaofeng. Conclusions first, she is a physical damage main DPS with very high potential, but she really wants Shackles to work and has a lot of competition from fellow meta DPSs such as RF Adela and RF Darren. I would consider her skippable if you already have a physical DPS that you're happy with, and if you want to pull her, I would recommend at least S1. Additionally, you need to know that her S1 performance will be worse than S1 RF Adela or RF Darren, that you need to pull S0 or S1 Tichuan for Xiaofeng's team, and also be ready to pull at least S0 or S1 Clementine in the patch immediately after anniversary. Let's discuss her kit. Xiaofeng is melee and has a normal basic attack that deals some physical damage to one enemy per hit. Now if you've unlocked everything, Xiaofeng has 3 usable skills. The first one is her ult, the second creates her Tiger Spirits, and the last is her ECB. Her ult costs 2 Chief Energy when using the Overlimit Potestas, and she swipes in a 3x3 space around herself, dealing some damage and 1 core damage. This is considered to be wind damage, so it will get buffed by elemental damage buffs, such as from Tichuan, making her a core part of Xiaofeng's team. The second ult places a Tiger Spirit on the map up to 2 at a time for S0 and 3 at a time for S4. If you try to create more, the oldest one will disappear and be moved to the new location you chose. Do note they are not real summons, so crime brands like Creation or Eve's buffs won't work. Their damage is considered to be from Xiaofeng directly. However, they do count as units in Demon's Shield stack and for calculating Eve's family workshop. I don't know why, but that's just how it works. Anyway, whenever Xiaofeng uses her ult, all Tiger Spirits will also cast an ult around themselves. Through this, she can control multiple spawn points or deal several rounds of damage to a single target, making her fairly versatile when there are many cores available for her to break. If multiple ults hit the same target, for example, one from Xiaofeng and one from a Tiger Spirit, the core break only counts once, but the damage will count multiple times at a reduced rate. Her P2 basically means that each Tiger Spirit has a little hunting zone around itself in a 3x3 area. Each time an enemy inside this area takes hit from ult swipes, they take a little bit more follow-up damage from Xiaofeng. This one will count repeatedly if the enemy is inside more than one hunting zone. Xiaofeng's ECB causes the Overlimit Potestas buff to not tick down or expire for 12 seconds, and her ults will deal significantly more damage. So you want to use this when bursting down targets with high HP such as bosses. You get 3 charges, which fits nicely for the longest fight type we have, TOA, since it has 3 core breaks. Moving on to Shackles, Xiaofeng's S1 basically refunds the cost of summoning your first 2 Tiger Spirits. This technically isn't a direct damage increase, but it is extremely useful because at S0, there are definitely times where you get cooked by some Dark Zone stages with bad mob placement or lack of cores or too many multi-cores, so you can't get the refund for Chief Energy. S0 Xiaofeng is playable, but feels pretty bad unless you have Rust and Tichuan to prop up her Chief Energy regeneration, and you probably need Rust's ECB unlocked as well. S2 and S5 are standard attack bonus shackles. For S3, each time Xiaofeng deals skill damage to an enemy, she additionally deals 2% more skill damage to them, up to 12 stacks for 24%. This is a selfish damage bonus shackle, but it is very easy to stack since her ults hit multiple times and they are all considered skill damage. S4 is where the real damage increase comes out, as this gives her 1 extra Tiger Spirit, also increases the amount of refunds from your S1 1 extra time, basically granting her 1 more control zone on a map or an extra ult trigger each time she ults on the boss. Theoretically, I believe the damage difference is something like this, but I haven't been able to test this in game, so don't kill me if it's wrong. Blame the way her skill stack that makes this horrific to test. I did actually pause and count all the P2 hits one by one, and I can confirm it is 3 per unit ulting, so S4 will have 12 instances of P2 hits. So it looks like this. Basically, between S0 and S4, without counting the attack buffs, there should be roughly 59% gain in damage for Xiaofeng. There are some super impressive runs on Bilibili, such as this one where Xiaofeng cooks the Starsea Apostle in 2 core breaks, but be warned that this is not only very high invest, it is also very difficult. I tried for a couple of hours on a maxed out account, and I barely scraped together a 500 million run here using all 3 core breaks. There are some alien level skill levels happening in that 2 core break one, seriously. I'll link these videos in the description so you can check them out if you're interested. Maybe I'm just dumb and I'm missing something obvious, but I don't really find this team easy compared to something like Aurum Summon, where it's really just have ult, use ult, because you have to prepare quite a while before the burst window and juggle over limit stacks with this team, as you can see in the gameplay during TOA, so I think it's a little more challenging. It is something different and interesting, but yeah. All in all, Xiaofeng is a solid physical DPS with good numbers, but I find it hard to recommend pulling her for meta reasons when she really wants a lot of shackles to shine. There's just much better value to go for this anniversary in the forms of Zichuan and RF Yao, and even RF Adela and RF Darren are more F2P friendly for physical damage. Her design is sick though, and I really like it. Fairly quick video this time since her kit is very straightforward: do damage, do more damage, which thank god, because look at the script difference for Zichuan. Anyway, I will see you guys in the next one. Bye bye!